Welcome to this interview with OMEGA NEBULA, ASO Academy and Boomerang Festival. You just had a performance, it was powerful, like both elements of it, a great mix. How are you guys feeling?
I'm pumped. That was great, man. That was a vibe. There's a vibe. Yeah, we loved it.
Really amazing energy. It's awesome. It's the first time we've ever played in Malta. First time we've been here, and everyone was epic. Epic sound system, epic vibes. Yeah, so very happy. Thank you for having us.
You had the crowd moving like waves, you know. It's like the way the arms and everything. We have good crowds here, but it's not always like this. You did a really good show, like, oh my god. So to get into questions, like, I was wondering, what was the process of your discovering your sound? Like, how did this come along? Was there any anecdotes either you could tell?
This could probably be a very long answer to this question.
We don't have a rush if you do.
We used to play in a 8-piece reggae band back in the day, and then we've both loved electronic music for a long time,
Yeah.
and then our old band finished, and we were kind of like looking for something new. We were looking for the new sound, so we combined the electronic, like dubstep and UK electronic sounds with like dub and reggae.
Yeah, and because we've always gigged and done live performance like since we were small, but with both producers and love making electronic music. So it was great to combine all of that together, so that we've come up with this new thing that we've got, and it ticks all the boxes. So we're happy, and genre-wise, it's really liberating because you can go in a dub way, you can go in a dubstep way, you can go in a jungle way, you can go. There's all sorts of different ways that you can go. So we feel like we could just write music forever.
Yeah, I think this is the power of electronic music. Like, we loved playing in a big 8-piece band, but with the electronic stuff, you've got an endless palette. You know what I mean? You can choose any sound for any track that you want, and it's like boundless. Yeah.
And also the bass. It's all about the bass for us and the sound system culture. So that's another reason why we love producing, because it's all about the bass, basically.
So this 8-piece reggae band, you were in it together.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
is this how you guys met? Just for who doesn't know, like, you are married, which is quite unique. Like a musical duo that's also married. Like, they happen sometimes, but it's quite unique, you know. Like, did you meet in the band first, where you were in the band? If it's not too personal, just like a fun story, kind of, you know, like.
We met
Because
before,
quite interlinked to your music in a sense.
I think in the UK, because we're both from the southwest, the UK, and we've both been playing in bands.
Like Somerset, this what?
So south.
more southwest.
Yeah.
Okay,
more
okay.
southwest, but near, close to there. And you just end up like the music circles end up like mixing, and Dean's actually a recording engineer, so Dean recorded my old band, and that's how we met. And then we joined the band together. Then we got married, and then we this is only quite new, actually. Like, this is only our second year that we have been on the road, but we've been gigging and been musicians since we were like 12. But this is, to be honest, I feel like, because obviously electronic music is like a skill, and it takes a long time to really, I've found to make the music that you really, really love, that's in to get the ideas out of your head and out onto the computer, can take quite a while. And I think that now finally started making the music that we really, really enjoy.
May I ask? Because sometimes I get this thing of like a resistance to using the modern or electronic methods that are, like you said, potentially liberating and making more stuff. But did you ever, at a point before you learned this stuff and were more just playing instruments or something, have some kind of like, were you afraid of it? Did you see it as an obstacle to surmount? How was learning that? Was it all very complex? That kind of topic.
I've always been interested in like using technology as a tool for writing music. Like, I started off on guitar, but I never was like a virtuoso. I always just used to use it to write songs, So I think when I found computers, you've got like the world of sound there. So I was just like, yeah, great. let's go.
Okay,
Yeah, playing with synthesizers. I mean, I don't know, for you it was.
I've always loved electronic music and partying and raving to dance music. Do you know what I mean? That's always been my favorite. I started off on the drums, like I used to be in a punk band. So I started off drumming. Then when I started getting into electronic dance music, I got some decks, got some, and was mixing with vinyl. And then that's when I started really, because I've always liked really abstract electronica, and it's just always been my favorite. I love all sorts. We've got like all sorts of influences, all sorts of different genres, but for me, the dubstep and the dub, it's just my favorite. I would never get bored, like, ever. So but yeah, to begin with, it was an obstacle because it requires skill to be able to make it.
And also, like, they're quite. If you've never used the software before, it's quite a steep learning curve.
Yeah.
It's quite a lot of stuff to learn.
Yeah, but the key is, someone might say to you, "Oh, I've been producing for 10 years," and someone else might say, "Oh, I've been producing for 2 years." But it doesn't matter. It's how much you've practiced in that time. So it's not how long you've been a producer. It's how much you've practiced.
Yeah, it's the same.
Instrument.
It's an instrument. It's an instrument.
Yeah.
So it depends. If you practice 8 hours a day, then you're gonna nail it. If you're practicing 2 hours a week, then you're gonna take longer.
We did a show last night, and there were these kids, and they were like 16, and they were gigging with their own music that they'd produced, and I was just like, wow, that's just so amazing that they're doing that at that age. I'm 34 now, and I've only just started making music that I really, really like. So just be patient with it and practice. That's my advice, and I love it. I love it.
I think that was some great advice. Like, you said the past 2 years you started traveling a lot with the music. What's this like? What's it like? Because I think, how many times, for example, have you traveled in the last year? Because probably a lot more than the average person.
We travel a lot. It's amazing because you get to see new places. It's tiring, it's hard, but it's fulfilling.
You get to meet a lot of people, be in a lot of areas and places that you never would probably end up. So I think it gives you a really kind of like young spirit, and it's good to get out and meet people a lot. I think it's a good life skill, actually. I think being a musician.
I think it opens your horizons when you're exposed to different cultures and different people, and
also, I was saying to Dean that, like, coming all the way out here, we've never been to Malta before, and like these guys, Bass Culture, that are DJing at the moment, they are playing this music, which is like, this is our vibe, this is like our influences and the music that we really, really love. So to come out here and it's like finding your tribe and finding your crew, and it's like, yes, like we're in different countries, but we share the same passions.
That's the thing. Like, I think this is the thing about music, is that you go to countries anywhere in the world, and then you find people that are like, that are like you. They're your tribe.
And we're dancing together, and it's really cool. It's a really special thing. Yeah.
It's a vibe.
Well, I mean, thank you guys. I don't want to tire you out with too much time. I mean, if you have any remarks of your own to make, like.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having us. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks so much. And also, I wanted to say, like, the vocals you were putting, like, the power of these vocals were really, like, good. Because sometimes I feel like it's hard to get strong vocals with this kind of powerful electronic music, but somehow both of you manage, like, you have a very powerful music, but the vocals cut through still. Like, it's both strong, like, it's really, like, a good, it's hard to do even, on such music. It's not like maybe a boom bap beat. It's like you're doing it on strong music to project your voice so much. Like it's impressive, you know. Were you singing since back in those punk bands you started with singing? Has it been a long time? Vocals?
Yeah, but to be honest, I only started singing when I was about 22, 21, 22. So it came later. And I think
Sorry, you told me.
but
Sorry.
I think what it is that I think it's the same for both of us. When we say that we're producers, it's not just we make electronic music. I think it's like having a producer brain is like, we like to write all the parts. So we like to write the drums, we like to write the bass.
Being like a massive control freak.
No. No, but
Everything is planned, kind of
like
thing.
to write the whole thing. So for me, I sing because I like to write the vocals on top. I know how I want it to sound. So I'm like, oh, I might as well sing it. You know what I mean? But tell you what, like people like Queen Omega. So Queen Omega is she on Sunday? Tomorrow. Oh, she's on tomorrow. Oh, like that is a queen of vocals, you know. Someone like her is very influential to me. Powerful voice. And I think also with different genres, people tend to write, when they're writing vocals, for me, my words are quite important, and I'm just discovering what my style of words are. And it's a very reggae dub thing. It's a powerful, empowering, spiritual, uplifting, strong. You know, my aim is to really empower people and fill them full of fire and help them go out and do whatever they do in their lives with the energy that they need. That's my goal. So hopefully I can do that.
Amazing, man. Omega Nebula. Thank you both. Namastes.
Thank
Yeah,
you
namaste,
so much.
man.
Yeah,
Bless, bless.
namaste. And keep practicing, keep doing your thing, and keep shining brightly, and we'll see you on the road.